Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to talk about our two-hand heavy club dead clean. The two-handed heavy club dead clean fills in with all the other cleans that we need to do in training. You need to know how to do barbell cleans, you need to know how to do kettlebell cleans, and you need to know how to do heavy club cleans. We are going to demonstrate this with two different apparatus today. We are going to use the ADEX adjustable club, and we are going to use a more conventional Night FX custom club, but this is the same style as many of the clubs on the market. The dead clean is different from the swing clean, which will have its own separate video. Dead clean starts from the dead position, no kinetic or potential energy, no swing. To start our dead clean, step up to your club. The club should rest directly between the insteps of both of your feet. It should not be in front of your toes. It should not be behind your heels. It should be in the center line of your feet. Point 2 feet straight ahead. If it was heavy barbell, you might do different things with your legs, like turn out. Because this weight is so light and it will eventually connect to more complex movements later on, we will point our feet directly straight ahead, so it's easier to transition to stepping forward or stepping back without a heel shift later. From our standing position, pull the kneecaps up, squeeze the glutes. Squeezing the glutes always protects our lower back. If you're not squeezing your glutes, you're not doing it right yet. Straighten both arms all the way out. Stand up with the legs first, snap the hips, and decelerate the weight. Elbow stops on your body. If your elbows track back behind your body or flare out to the side, you're going to notice it gets really dicey as the weight gets heavy. 2 feet pointed straight ahead, weight between our feet, both arms perfectly straight. Drive the shoulders down to fire the lats. Start standing up, weight in the heels, snap the hips forward, decelerate the weight in front of your face. Many people in the beginning will catch directly in front of their face. We would like to catch slightly off to the high hand side. The top arm should be catching in 90 degrees. The bottom hand is there to support and help control. When you set the weight down, you can tip it straight forward, straighten your arms out, and touch down. At the bottom, I like to release my hands all the way for one brief second to prove that you're all the way down and to help you focus on re-straightening out your arms. If you try to do this with bent arms as you start, over time you will eventually cause yourself damage to the interior of your elbow. Don't do that. Straight arms at the bottom, drive your shoulders away from your ears all the way down. Snap up, catch, touch down. Snap up, catch, touch down. Snap up, catch, and touch down. We define this movement based on the top catching hand. In this case, for me, this is my left hand high, so this is my left clean. It should be on the left side of my face. The left arm is the easy arm to keep straight because it is the long arm. That means you need to focus the most on your right elbow. The right elbow is the focus of the left arm technique. Left arm is easy to keep long. One shoulder is going to rotate towards the club. The other arm has to be straight. The right arm will want to bend at the bottom. Make it straight, fire the lat. That's very important as the weight gets heavy. Snap it up and catch. When we set it all the way down and you were to change hands, then your right elbow becomes easy and your left elbow becomes the focus of the starting position. Right arm closest to the head of the club, left arm pull the shoulder up and back until that elbow is straight. Power off the ground, catch. Slightly on the right side of the face, right hand is 90 degrees, elbow touches the body. If the elbow tracks back behind you, people tend to lift up their rib cage, lose their core contraction, and hit themselves in the face with a giant chunk of metal. Do not hit yourself in the face with a giant chunk of metal. Let's demonstrate it quickly with a more conventional club. 2 feet point straight ahead, club directly between the center line of the feet. Let's start with our left hand closest to the tip of the club. Right elbow is the focus. Make it perfectly straight. Fire that shoulder and lat. Power off the ground and catch slightly on the left side of the face. Top hand at 90-degree angle. Get it all the way down, touch it down. Stand up, catch. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Touch it down, catch. Snap it up, stop, catch. Change the high hand. Right hand closest to the tip of the club. Left elbow is what we are thinking about. Retract that shoulder until the lat fires hard. Catch. Touch down, catch, touch down, catch, touch all the way down. Think about this in the continuum. Barbell, kettlebell, heavy club. Barbell, you can lift the greatest amount of weight, but the weight is loaded in the center of your hands. The problem with barbell is that nothing in the real world is like a barbell, except barbells. Most objects have a center of mass not in the center of the object that you can grab, like a kettlebell. Kettlebell, big weight, handle on the outside, closer to what you can encounter in the real world. Clubs mimic all the tools of human society and civilization. Hammers, axes, pickaxes, shovels. All the things responsible for building civilization and all of human history for the last 5,000 years. That's why we say it's important for you to learn. Learning how to rip up, decelerate, and control levers is a prime human skill, and you should be very good at it. With this movement, start with a light weight. Typically ladies in the 10-pound range, typically gentlemen in the 15-pound range. Ladies are building up towards 25 to 30 pounds with this. Gentlemen are building up into the 50+ pound range with this, but think 50 is a comfortable stop for the average man to get to without too much trouble with a progressive program. This tends to be done as a time under tension exercise. Set a timer, 30, 60, or 90 seconds, depending on the weights you have available. Lighter weights, longer periods of time. If you have fixed weights, weights that don't change, then you're going to try to increase your speed in the same amount of time. So that means more reps in the same amount of time. Fixed clubs have one major problem. They're only made in 5 to 10 pound jumps. There are no 2.5 pound jumps with fixed clubs, so the math gets a little bit dicey. If you want an example of how this type of training would work, it would be our Strong and Fit Intro to Heavy Club Swinging, the Mill Squat program. That has versions of this, not these particular exercises, but you'll see how the training is laid out in more detail. But this movement is fundamental. Put it right up there in importance with your kettlebell clean and your barbell clean. I would consider the kettlebell clean and the club clean to be of more importance for the common man than the barbell clean. Barbells are big, they're heavy, they're expensive, they require a lot more time and energy to totally master, and they don't directly apply to most people's real lives. Whereas kettlebells, offset center of mass, intermediate weights, longer periods of time, and clubs, levers, the most human thing that you can possibly use, are something that you definitely should know. So, point your feet straight ahead, squeeze your glutes at the top, catch with your elbow, arm is at 90 degrees, don't hit yourself in the teeth.